They are all involved. If Brandon Scott didn't rape me too, I'd be surprised because I know that nigga wouldn't pass a lie detective test. Maryland government is involved. That's why they wanted to make me crazy. That's why they sent Edward Swarton against me. Because that white woman who took over for Montana Baronette trial said, Montana, I feed you in jail. And they gave my black ass to the world. They targeted me. So I'm going to talk about that white woman who put a murder hit out on me, paid Edward Swanton to make my murder look like a suicide. But I said, no, nigga, not me. He couldn't get me to say it, so he frauded my Medicare. I'm going to tell you again, if Brandon Scott didn't put a dick to me too, that nigga wouldn't pass a lie detector test. Maryland government is involved. I know Councilman Bell won't pass a lie detector test. I know that for certainty. Maryland benefits from whatever Murray and Bolyard do. They try to kill them people at Penn North, them corrupt cops. I will talk about that white woman on that trial every day because I know for a fact that Mary Ann Bolyard put that hit out on me so nobody knows she took over TTG and feeds Montana in jail. And I'm going to say it again, if Brandon Scott is not involved or the black politicians of Maryland not involved, I guarantee none of them sons of bitches will pass a lie detective test. That white woman gave me away, targeted me, the only black female. I wasn't crazy before then. I'm not crazy now. Yup. That's why it's corrupt cops who stand behind Brandon Scott. Jeffrey Short, I heard from Henrietta Ott for years how crooked his ass was. Same with Jeffrey Jones Esquire. All these people. My dad, last name is Joy. He got corrupt cops in his pocket too, who was uncles and cousins. Yeah, Merlin benefits, and I'm going to talk about that white woman on trial every day because Marianne put out a hit on me and paid the black community to dirty up my name so I will not be believed that she took over TTG, selling them drugs in Montana, sex trafficking in Montana, and she feeding him and his family in and out of jail. That's why Merlin has no contingency plan for jurors. Who would snitch? Marianne been a part of that pool of that jury for years. This is the first time she stepped out. I know who did this to me. And it was that white woman on that trial. Juror number 1, Mary Ann Grove. I know that for a fact. And since that white woman put her head out on this black woman, Merlin gave Mary Ann Boyd Grove free reign. That's why all the laws protect them. No fingerprint, no witness protection. We're going to make murders look like suicide. That's a law. Gang legal state. We got 64 cops that are corrupt. The whole Baltimore City cops corrupt. The Baltimore Banner say that, and yet we still trust in cops in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Officer Croaks and Officer Carroll, people like them. Yup. Because they could be gang stalkers. They could be corrupt. and Merlin know it. It won't do a damn thing. I'm going to tell you now. None of them will pass a lie detective test. That's why that Jew lawyer, Barry Goldstein, he proved that Edward Swanton wasn't my doctor, and yet Edward Swanton still lied all over town that he was. You want that deposition video on that tape? I got the audio tape. Barry Goldstein lying. I can prove that too. So why not consider me a crazy woman? Why not pay my ex and all my friends who obviously didn't like me? I could have told you that shit in the beginning. I did. Because that white woman want me dead because I snitch. All because that white woman want me dead because I snitch. Since she couldn't kill me, she made me crazy and gang-stalked me and drugged me and took me round to all the gangs in town for a pact. That's why no matter where I went, Middle River, in a harbor, she paid all of them to gang-stalk me through Thomas Whitley Jr. and Antoine Mason Sr. and Stephanie Newman and Bathsheba Dixon and Thomas T. Ray. That's why you see them on the body cam. Mary Ann wanted to make you think that it was between two black female families. It's a lie. Bathsheba Dixon got paid too. She's an original gang member. Just like Tay-Tay, little Thomas T. Ray is an original gang member. So yes, I'm going to talk about that white woman every day of the week because she put a hit out on my life. She deserves to be talked about. And I will. Everybody have a great day. The next couple of 100 videos will be about Murray Ann Bolyard Grow, Donald Grow, Edward Swan, MD, Eric Ingrao. These people were on the trial with me as alternates and juror. They just happened to be there on the day they kidnapped me. Of course, I'm crazy. Just like Barry Goldstein trying to save Eric Ingrao. That volunteer video, the firefighter on the video, that white guy following me around, leading me. Barry Goldstein was Edward Swanton, the physician who lied and frauded my Medicare. But yet Barry Goldstein made a point of saying on that video and or that audio of that disposition in May, can you save Eric Ingrao too? And I thought it was weird because he's a volunteer firefighter, EMT, and the alternate juror in that trial. Barry Goldstein, Edward Swanton, the fraud doctor, is asking me to save Eric Ingrao from prosecution? You just proved your doctor didn't do a damn thing. But you asking me to save an alternate who I know helped with Marianne that hit? Yup, you funny, Barry Goldstein, the war Richard Brown. And I want everybody to hear that video of the deposition. Because you lied too, Jew. You're a part of this too, Jew. And I'm going to talk about you and your firm too, Jew. You helped Marianne too, Jew. And you helped Edward Swan, MD. You did, Jew. And I'm going to talk about y'all all day long.